I've been a Star Wars fan for years, but one thing I got into as I got older was collecting the prop replicas and the costume stuff. I think they're really cool. And then one day I came across a YouTube channel called Tested, and they did a video building a Han Solo blaster. And then I realized that potentially I'd be able to make one myself. And this actually became my first Obsessive build. So my toy of the day for today is the Han Solo DL-44 blaster. So here's a quick history of the Han Solo blaster. It's based around a broom-handled Mauser from World War II, and the gun was owned by a rental company called Bapty, who leased things to movie productions. So this gun was actually used in 2 other films before it was in Star Wars: The Naked Runner, that starred Frank Sinatra, and Sitting Target, that starred Oliver Reed. And I think Bapty had made some amendments to the gun, and then the prop makers at Lucasfilm made some changes as well. And what I'll do now is show you some close-ups of what they did. So this is the first Han Solo blaster that I built, and I've put it in this old munitions crate because it looks cool and to keep it protected. This would go on Han Solo's belt, and it was known as a droid caller, and it's actually basically just a camera flash. Like all things in the Star Wars universe, the found objects, the original lightsabers were larger camera flashes. So this is the Han Solo blaster. This bit here they call the mystery disc because no one knows why it's there. And there's a bit of controversy over this bit. Some people think it's the front of an aeroplane motor, and these are the pistons from the motor, but some people say it's from a plumbing supply. So they're not actually sure, and no one really remembers. This is off an M81 machine gun, and it's a flash hider. And this is a Hensoldt and Wetzler scope from World War II that was added to the side of the gun. I don't know if it was added for the Oliver Reed film or whether Lucasfilm readapted it, but that is basically the Han Solo blaster. Now this is all done in metal, so it's really heavy. There are some very cool 3D prints out there as well, if you like this kind of thing. I'm sorry if you don't like guns, but it is meant to be a prop replica. It's just for display, and it's just because I love this kind of thing. And I love it even more because it's the first one that I ever made. So that is my toy of the day for today. It is the Han Solo blaster. So I hope you enjoyed that toy of the day video. I just wanted to do a little bit extra for YouTube and show a little bit more about this gun, because I don't have enough time to actually do this for Facebook, Instagram and Twitter, but I can spend a bit more time on YouTube. Now the gun is flat there. It has a milled barrel. Now if I can show you, this is a Denix, which is a replica, a Spanish company that make a very good replica. And there's also, I think there's a BB gun as well that people like to use as well. I can't remember the name of it, and I should do. But they're quite expensive now and hard to get. But they're a lot cheaper than trying to buy a deactivated gun. Now, I don't know if you can notice with this, the barrel is considerably longer. So when you're making one of these, you have to chop this down. And also as well, with this bit being milled and flat underneath, this is a sheath that goes over the top of it, and you actually have to cut in and file that down quite a lot to get it to fit. Otherwise, you made the mistake that I make, and I actually bent the bottom of this and had to get another one because I ruined it. And because it's a piece of milled aluminium from America, it's quite an expensive thing to get. But the guy was very nice and sent me another one. The kit itself is Dark Energy Creations, and I think they've done a fantastic job of reproducing this. This is the first bit of drilling and tapping I've ever done, and I'm not the most handy of people, so it was really cool to do. And like I say, I spent a lot of time doing it, and it's all metal. It's very heavy. Like I said before, there are some brilliant 3D prints as well that are out there, and parts that you can get for the gun. I think my next job is to try and get all the bits together in metal for a Greedo killer to display with it. The other one I have here, this is the second one that I built, and the idea was that basically I had one that was new out of the box and looked clean and fresh, and then this one is one that's used and bashed and battered and worn like it was in the film. These greeblies as well here that I've put on, this unscrews and you can actually remove those. And the logic behind that for me was, I think these are in the promotional and costume pictures taken at the start of Star Wars, maybe for continuity as well. And later on in the film, they're not on the gun, or in some scenes they are and some scenes they're not, I'm not quite sure. So they either got knocked off or discarded as being too fiddly and too delicate. Like I say, the mystery disc, no one really kind of knows why that's there. Now that's normally milled in. All I've done is polish that in because basically, like I say, I'm not the best machinist, so I didn't really want to make a mess of it on my first attempt. What I will say here with the Denix is it's not quite as accurate. This is the BB gun version. Now the BB gun isn't accurate, but you can see there, I don't know, on this bit that sort of pushes the bullet through the chamber. I don't know the technical term for it. Probably someone will add it to the video, the comments below, and I'll be kicking myself for not saying it, but it's not on the Denix. Now, there are some brilliant people on Instagram who make replicas of these, and they actually mill in that little shape in there, and they file down the triggers and the hammers to make them a lot more accurate. They add wooden grips with the correct kind of, you know, brass inserts, and they also mill in a better magazine drop at the bottom there. I mean, there are very talented model makers out there. I'm not one of them, but I just wanted to be able to say that I built my own Han Solo gun. Oh, and I've not painted this either. This is all done with aluminium blue to give it that sort of really knackered, aged, weathered, but real gun look to it. So that is my DL-44 blaster, the first one, well, the first two that I made. And like I said before, the carry case as well is a 1970s NATO munitions crate, and I just thought it looked really cool, and it displays it really well, so it's a really good carry box. So I will be back doing more toy of the day tomorrow. They're going to be coming to an end soon once we come out of lockdown, but I hope you enjoy the videos, and please comment. And also, if you want to subscribe to the channel as well, once we're out of lockdown and the shop is open and the toy museum, I'm going to be showing people more of the things that we do and the cool stuff that we have. So take care and stay safe for now. But that is my toy of the day for today. It's the Han Solo blaster.